Winston Churchill, born on 30th November 1874 in the United Kingdom, passed away on 24th January 1965. Winston Churchill said, "Never give in, never give in, never, 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 in nothing great or small, large or petty. Never give in except to convictions of honor and good sense. Never yield to foes, never yield to the apparently overwhelming might of the enemy." Sir Winston Churchill, Leonard Spencer Churchill, was a British statesman, army officer and writer. He was Prime Minister of the United Kingdom from 1940 to 1945, when he led the country to victory in the Second World War, and again from 1951 to 1955. Winston Churchill said, "Never give in, never give in, never, 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 never. Nothing great or small, large or petty, never give in except to convictions of honor and good sense." Never give in means never give in on your studies. The moment the teacher teaches you, you have to go back and do your homework 1,000 times, repeat 1,000 times, practice 1,000 times. Not 1,000 times sitting in the classroom. So what Winston Churchill was telling is never give in means what the teacher has taught you. If it's a homework, you go back and do your homework while you're doing your work in your house. That time you repeat the same thing again and again and put it into the practical sense. Then you become conscious. That consciousness is very close to divine. That consciousness makes you to grow. That consciousness makes you say you are clever, you are intelligent. When teacher teaches you in the class, in your school, when you come back in the house also, you sit in front of the table and you write, then that is never giving, never giving, never in. Nothing great or small. Yes. When you go back to your house, the housework will be there. That is what they say, the homework. Convert this one into your housework. Whatever you study, try to find out whether that has got a connecting link to your housework. Whether you water your garden, you help your mother in the kitchen, help your father in your land, trying to understand the rainwater harvesting, trying to understand the sunlight, the solar, the wind energy, trying to sit next to grandmother and grandfather and trying to understand their grandmother's and grandfather's story, and that has got a connecting link to what you study. That nobody will tell you. Here's a never give in. That is the strength of your never give in. And when you do all that thing, then you understand there is a labor going on there. You do not feel that is a hard labor. It has become a practical, it has become a way of life in your house. When you do it in the house, you understand excess fat will never enter your body. The moment you see a dirt, you can understand that is dirt. When a mosquito bites you, it pains you, you can immediately rub it up. The same thing when fat enters the body, you know you have put on extra fat. You will every day watch your weight that it doesn't go extra. Unnecessary extra fat is extra waste. The extra fat makes you create disease. You are inviting sickness, you are inviting fever, inviting cold, cough, and then from there you fall sick, you go to the hospital and varieties of sicknesses. That will never happen. Never give in, he said, never give in, never give in for that your easiness should not be dislocated. When easiness cannot be dislocated, when you sit in the classrooms non-stop, don't come back and sit in the house. Yin and the yang, positive and negative only can create electricity. In your classrooms, in the school, you are sitting non-stop. Even our reversal of heart disease, Dean Ornish said, what is the cause of heart attack? And he said, sitting in one place for no more than an hour. See, you're sitting there, but never mind, you sat there because we have to study, and there are a lot of things for the teachers to complete. Never mind that 5 or 6 subjects that you have, 5 or 6 tests in your finger, feel, smell, taste, touch and see. You come back home, feel, smell, taste, touch and see. Do not use the term, it's mathematics and science and this language, that language, and no, just come, feel, smell, taste, touch, and these are the 5 things they are teaching. Come back home and put that into practice. And you put that into practice, your diseases are moved out. Your easiness will not be dislocated. You and do it while there is no, you go taller. You become more healthy. You understand the nature. You are in deep, intimate relationship with your nature. When that happens, when you do that homework, automatically you will ask, your parents will ask you, and you will be able to give positive replies. So tell him, Mom, shut up. Dad, shut up. I have no time. You never never say there's no time. There is time, because this is the practical experience of your dad and mom. And then you keep your head onto the lap of your dad and your mom and your grandfather and grandmother and listen, and you ask them what the teacher has taught, what the teacher has taught, what the teacher said in the school, what your friends said in school. You come and discuss with dad and mom. Dad and mom is not a grandfather and grandmother. If still these two are not there, you will go and discuss it with the garden, in the kitchen, with the washing the clothes. When you see a washing machine, you just turn around and you think, I have to wash with my hands. So I want to become a little more strong because excess fat came to my hand. Of course, use a washing machine also. When there is a mixie, then no, I will put a grinding. I'll grind it up in the stone. Boom, 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 boom. You're so strong. You go outside when you're in the hot, be the hot. When you're in the cold, be the cold. When you see the sunlight, you rush up to sunlight. Say, oh, let me sweat, let the heat go inside. When you get the cold, you go embrace the cold, because you don't feel very cold. The cold cannot stop you, because you are working. When you're working, you never feel the cold. You accept the cold. You embrace the cold. And then you talk to every small plant. That makes you the deep, intimate relationship with your parents. Once you understand the deep, intimate relationship with your parents, and then you love the land, which is called the Mother Earth. You'll never sell the land. Then you have got a connecting link to your family, joint family. You see all your relatives are joined like the hands, right and left. You do not feel that they're coming to rob you, coming to do something. Your family is very important. They stand like a rock. And when you see the rock behind you, people think twice to attack you. Diseases think twice to attack you. The laziness think twice to attack you. Because there's a variety of celebration going on in the joint family. And then you can see this tall godfather sitting, grandfather's father or godfather, great-grandfather sitting in the family tree. You know somebody in the top of the pyramid is going to give a helping hand. Nobody can touch it. That was the connecting link Winston Churchill was trying to tell. Never give in. That made the sun never sets under the British Empire, become very, very powerful. They went around the world. And that one monarch stood for more than 1,000 years. From that monarchy, the Churchill comes, and from the Prime Minister talks. They made the people that strong. If they can make it, they can do it. Why not you? Accept the connecting link. You are purposely disconnected because you said the teachers are not taught. You have to penetrate the teacher's mind. When you work very hard, if you're loving, you understand that homework has got a connecting link. I always do that. Whenever I study something, I try to put it into my regular work, and I'll try to find out that has got a connecting link to this one. And always that's the connecting link. That makes me very, very strong. Nothing, small or large, then small or large doesn't come in between. You don't feel frightened of the large, because you are seeing a seed, and you can see the seed growing to become big tree. Where is the large you're fearing? Petty or small or large? Small or large? When you see a large thing, you say, I cannot become large, because I have gone through in my garden with my joint family. I seen a baby growing. I seen great-grandfather. I seen uncle who's strong with a muscle. You are not scared. That is the connecting. Convictions, accept the conviction, honor, good say. Never yield to force. You've seen the force. And you know how to get across the force. Never fight straight line. You always go in a round, sidestep. You know to sidestep, so their power will go down, and then you know how to say namaste when you bow. When you know to do Shashtanga Namaskar, you bow. The power, the force go force to you. The force will give everything to you. The power of the big man comes to you. Never yield to force. You do not have to yield. When you say, I will fight against the force, you get frightened. Here, when you bow, when you say namaste, or the Japanese bow, or India Shashtanga Namaskar to your seniors, you can see, never yield to the force. You can see the force falling down to you. Never yield to that overwhelming might of the enemy. Then which enemy can touch you? Because you know how to take them into your stride. You know how to take their power into your stride. When they come straight line, they're so power, you know to sidestep. Winston Churchill said, never give in. Then there is no disease. You never go to the hospital, because you yourself is a doctor. You yourself is an engineer. Then you are not illiterate in front of a plumber or an electrician or a mason. You are deep in love with the nature, because you know what is rainwater, how is it. You know what is solar, what is wind energy. Yes, you have understood what I said from the last 127 short discourse. I challenged you, I provoked you. Now if you connect it up together we can wipe out more tears and bring down on. Winston Churchill said, never give in, never give in, never, 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 never. In nothing great or small, large or petty, never give in except to convictions of honor and good sense. Never yield to foes, never yield to the overwhelming might of the enemy. This is my 120th short disc.